Look, I love QD OLED, you love QD OLED, everyone loves QD OLED because, let's be honest, between the perfect per pixel local dimming, meaning you're getting excellent contrast, the likes of which LCD or mini LED could never touch, the insane response times that again make any other technology look like an absolute joke. And on top of that, the incredible HDR experience thanks to not only the infinite contrast ratios, but also the incredible color that QD OLED has that even LG's WOLED can't quite live up to. Well, there's no doubting that QD OLED, at least on paper, is the best technology we have today, depending on the software, the firmware, the hardware, etc. It could be the best, and it often is. However, there's one major issue. Okay, well, there's a couple of issues. One being, of course, the magenta tint in a bright room. That is a bit of an issue, but hey, I'll let that one slide because we are getting a glossy coating, which means far superior clarity when compared to the current matte coating that we get on the vast majority of LG OLED monitors today. Now, hopefully that'll change in the future as LG's TVs are glossy and they don't have any magenta tint, so I'd love to see them bring that to monitors, but of course, they haven't done it yet because people just like to make us suffer. But in any case, there's one other issue that almost nobody talks about, and that is cleaning these things. Whoa! Yeah, if you've owned a QD OLED monitor, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about. Every time you try and clean it, it's just such a nightmare, and it seems like almost no matter how hard you try, somehow it gets marks and scratches all over it. In fact, pretty frequently, especially if they don't protect the screen well enough with a plastic peel and shipping, I'll even get the monitors already being marked up before I even start reviewing them, let alone cleaning them. But even if they aren't marked up yet, yeah, you try and get a perfectly clean microfiber cloth as well as distilled water, making sure everything's as clean as possible. You wipe it down, yep, you get some minor scratches from time to time. Now, I've been pretty good about making sure they're very clean, so most of my monitors don't really have any of these scratches, except for maybe a little bit that's pretty unnoticeable, but I've seen a lot of examples where that's not the case, even when people are trying to be very careful, which is a bit of a problem, and I'd love to see somebody put Gorilla Glass on these things to try and protect the screen, even if it doesn't really, let's say, cut down on reflections or what have you. I think that it would potentially do that as well, at least to some degree, but if we could just at least try and save the screen from getting scratched up when we're just trying to clean it, well, that would be fantastic. But unfortunately, we don't live in a perfect world. Now, if you do want to know how to properly clean these things, I will have a link in the description below as well as at the end of the video to a guide to do just that. But be aware, even if you follow those instructions to a T, you may still get some minor scratching on your screen. And I'm hearing a lot of people complaining about this. So, Samsung, and I want everybody in the comments below to tell me what you think Samsung should do about this, but I'd like to see Samsung make a new glossy coating, and let's be clear, glossy coating. Do not put a matte coating on this. Covering the screen in millions of scratches is not the solution. We want a clear glossy screen, but it needs to be a little bit more resilient to scratching and hopefully resilient to turning magenta in the future, if that's possible. And if you want to make sure that you're up to date on how to clean your monitors or everything else display related, make sure to get subscribed here on the Display Guy. Whether you're looking to connect a new console, gaming PC, or just need a fast and reliable HDMI cable to connect over long distances, Rupro has you covered with their certified 8K HDMI 2.1 fiber optic cable available in sizes of up to 50 feet and can deliver a perfect full 48 gigabits per second connection over distances other cables could only dream of reaching. And with 48 gigabits per second of bandwidth, it can easily drive 8K 60 FPS or 4K 144 FPS 10-bit HDR video through its ultra-thin, flexible, and durable housing, and it even supports ER. So if you're in the market for a cable that can drive a beautiful new TV or monitor, be sure to check out Rupro on Amazon today.